Tommy in North Carolina on line 5. Thanks for holding. You're on the Savage Nation.
I just wanted to say that Governor Beverly, I'm from North Carolina, she wasn't joking. That's her mentality. That's how she thinks. She's a bird brain. She's not very smart. She should be impeached. I don't know if you know about it yet or not, if you've looked into it or not, but, I mean, right when she was first elected, within the first few weeks, she fired an elected official, which is unconstitutional under our North Carolina Constitution, and she appointed one of her friends to that position. They made a big deal out of that for maybe like a half a day here in our media, and then they dropped it like it didn't matter. I mean,
No, she's a crook. No, I mean, look, we've been doing investigative work here at the Savage Nation, and I know about her, like I said, in the Washington Times, because I've been following her career. I'm not saying I've been following her every day. I'm not the biggest expert in the world on Beverly Perdue, but look, she clearly was covering up illegal campaign actions on the part of her campaign in 2008. She took trips with big-time contributors on private planes that were clearly illegal and in violation of the law. She was in bed with a lot of donors and cronies who give money to her and her campaign. So she breaks the law. She has fired people who sought to investigate her illegal and immoral and criminal behavior. We have now also found out that she went on a recent trip to China, where she was kowtowing to the communist Chinese. Now, that's nothing new for liberals. I am going to be very candid now. Thomas Friedman from the New York Times says we should imitate China. That China, this is what the leading liberal pundit in America today has said. In the New York Times, in his column, this is Thomas Friedman, who to me is an overrated lightweight, frankly a buffoon, masquerading as some sort of public intellectual. But there's Thomas Friedman on Meet the Press. He's on CNN. And in his New York Times column, he said communist China is the way of the future. And why is communist China so successful? Why is its economy growing? Why are they doing so well economically? Because they don't have elections in China. They don't have a democracy in China. They don't have the separation of powers and checks and balances. They don't have to deal with the Congress. You see, the strongman, the Politburo, Hu Jintao, the president, he's the only one that matters. So what the Communist Party says, that's what happens. It's efficient, according to Thomas Friedman. That's the word that he used, efficient. It's the most efficient form of government. That's what they said about Hitler in the 1930s. The same New York Times. It's progressive. It's efficient. It's the wave of the future. Then it was Nazi Germany. Today it's Red China. That's what these liberals are. They love dictatorships and totalitarian systems. They love it. So this is Beverly Perdue. I know she wasn't joking. I read the statement. I know Beverly Perdue. Who jokes about suspending elections? Unless you're literally the biggest moron on the planet. You're literally like brain dead. And even then, you have handlers. No. She didn't stop it. Yank her off the stage. Yank her off the stage. Beverly, get her off. Get her off. No, she meant it. What happened was this. I'll bet you anything. She didn't have a lot of sleep. I cover politics. I'm telling you, go to sleep on this. Okay? I know when politicians make gaffes. She did not have a lot of sleep. She's been going a couple days without sleep. And somebody asked her a question, and your guard is let down. You know when you don't sleep enough? Things just sort of come out. It's unfiltered. It's uncensored. You know, son of a gun, I just wish we didn't have these elections, because I'm going to lose in 2012. And the Republicans in the House, they're just killing the Obama agenda. And these Tea Party people, they're going to sweep us from power. Why do we have to have elections? And it came out of her mouth. And she kept saying, and it came out again. And now it's all damage control. Now I'm looking at the websites. All the liberal media, what's the spin? She was joking. It's a joke. Oh, the right wing is making too much about it. Kuhner's making too much about it. Savage Nation is making too much about it. Really? From the same woman who traveled to China and praised the communist Chinese system? What? I guess she got that idea from Hu Jintao. She met the communist Politburo. They said, hey, Beverly, why do you have elections in America? Huh? Better for you, better for us. We have no elections here in China. Why you have elections in America? And Birdbrain comes back and says, hey, he's got a point. Wouldn't it be great? Thomas Friedman is right. It's more efficient. Forget the people. We run the whole show.